All right, picking up where we left off with number 9, like I was saying at the end of the last video, this one is going to be a little bit different because the n is on the right side of the inequality. So we're going to solve it the same, just going to interpret our answer a little bit different. So 2n, and then we're going to combine our like terms right here. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Now we are going to add 1, so we can isolate our variable. So negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And then 2 is being multiplied by n, so I'm going to divide. And 0 divided by 2 is 0. So the way that this reads is 0 is less than n, which is completely equivalent to n is greater than 0 if I switch it around. So you probably learned when you were little, when you were starting to learn about inequalities, that this is a little alligator mouth and these are the teeth and it's eating the bigger number. So n is greater. So it's the same over here. N is greater than 0. So to draw this on my number line, here's 0, here's an open circle, and I'm going to the right, greater. So I'm going to test something out just, to show you that this works. So something that's bigger than 0 is like 1. That'll work. I'm going to sub it back into the original problem. Negative 1 is less than 2 times 1 plus 4 minus 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 6 minus 5 is 1. Is negative 1 less than 1? Absolutely. All right. Continuing on with this same section, this is just inequalities, more inequalities. So I'm going to not do 3 minus 2. Absolutely not. This is not where we start. Do not do that. I'm going to distribute negative 2. 3, then minus 2n. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Combining like terms on the same side of the inequality. 3 plus 8 is 11. Now I'm going to subtract. Oh, not a good color. I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides. Negative 2n is greater than or equal to negative 12. Negative 1 minus 11 is negative 12. Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. Because I am dividing by a negative number, I need to flip the inequality sign from a greater than to a less than. Negative 12 divided by negative 2 is positive 6. Why does that happen? On a number line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On a number line, when we are comparing numbers, the negatives go backwards. So this is 1, 2, 3, and negatives go negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. They go backwards. So when I am dividing by a negative number or multiplying by a negative number on both sides of the inequality, I have to flip the sign. So I should be shading this way for less than, and let's test out an answer again just to make sure that we shaded the correct way. So let's do something easy that's less than 6. Let's do 5. So I'll erase it over. I'll do it over here. Okay, 3 minus 2, then 5 minus 4 needs to be greater than or equal to negative 1. So following PEMDAS, I need to do the inside of my parentheses first. So 3 minus 2, 5 times 4 is 1. Multiply. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. And 3 minus 2 is 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to negative 1? Absolutely. Okay. Distributive property again. 26 plus m is greater than negative 30 plus 15m. Variables on both sides. What do you want to do? Let's subtract m. It's going to leave my m on the other side, but that's on the right side, but that's okay. We can practice that. 15m minus m is 14m. We'll do add 30. So that's 56 is greater than 14m. Divide by 14. Oops. What goes into 56 and 14? Definitely 2. So 28 and 7. Oh, 4. So this says 4 is greater than m, so that means m is less than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open circle, go less. What's easy to plug in? Oh, how about 0? 0 should be easy. Let's check it. 26 plus 0 should be greater than 5 times the quantity negative 6 plus 3 times 0. Well, 3 times 0 is 0. So 26 is greater than 5 times negative 6. Is 26 bigger than negative 30? Absolutely. Okay, one more inequality, distributive property. So I'm going to multiply by negative 4. So this is a minus 15 is greater than or equal to negative 12a plus 24. So negative 4 times 3a is negative 12a. Negative 4 times negative 6 is positive 24. Let's add let's add 12a to both sides to get rid of that. 13a minus 15 is greater than or equal to 24. Add 15. 13a is greater than 39. And dividing by 13, a is greater than or equal to 3. Putting that on my number line, here's 0, 1, 2, 3, close circle, go greater. I'm not going to do it on this one, but you can always check your work by picking a number that is greater than 3, plugging it back in for both A's, and making sure that this left side is greater than or equal to the right side. Let me check my time. Okay. Now we're going to move on to exponents. So with our exponents, we need to remember that if we are multiplying, we're going to add those exponents together. And if we're dividing, we're going to subtract those exponents. So x to the third and x to the third becomes x to the sixth. X to the sixth divided by x squared is x to the fourth. 6 minus 2 is 4. Final answer, because x and y are different variables, they cannot be combined together, and that's all we can do. Anything to the 0 power is 1, and if you multiply by 1, that doesn't do anything because it's the multiplicative identity. So we are done here. X to the fourth, y to the third. Nothing more that we can do, again, because x and y, different variables. All right, 15, a little more complicated here. I'm going to just start with my numbers. I'm going to start with my coefficients. I have 2 times 4 times 3 divided by 3. 2 times 4 times 3 divided by 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, next thing I'm going to look at my x's. So I have x squared, x to the first, x squared, x to the first, and then I'm dividing by x to the negative 3. So because that's a negative in the denominator, I'm going to bring it up to the numerator and make it positive. So 2, 2, 1, and 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now looking at my y's, I have y to the fourth. I want to change colors. Y to the fourth, y to the fourth, y to the second. So y to the fourth, y to the fourth, y to the second. 4 plus 4 is 8, minus 2 is 6. And I guess I don't need that division because there's nothing else left in the denominator. Okay, a half power means square root. So this numerator is the power. This denominator is the index or the root. So this is the